Okay, so today I'm going to talk about how to cook salmon at home on a cast iron skillet. So this skillet, I don't use soap and water to clean it. I mean, I do clean it with hot water in the sink, and then I put it on the stove and I heat it up till it starts smoking, and then I turn off the gas stove and I let this thing sit. Anyway, here's the wild Alaskan salmon that my wife bought. You're supposed to defrost it, I guess, in the refrigerator. I put it in a bowl of hot water, and you want to open up the package. When you defrost it, it says to do that on the package. I'm guessing so when it defrosts, it doesn't crush the meat. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody knows. But yeah, I opened it up with some scissors, and then I put the salmon in a bowl of hot water, let it sit for about, 15-20 minutes. And yeah, right there it tells you open before thawing. So I'm guessing because it's vacuum sealed, if you try to defrost it without opening it, it kind of squishes the meat. I'm not sure. Here I've got the grill smoking. So I have it on medium heat. I have a gas stove, so it's, it heats up pretty fast. And yeah, once it starts smoking, then I would put my salmon on there. And right here, it's defrosting in the Tupperware with the hot water. The top piece is kind of not submerged all the way, so later I put it in a Ziploc bag and slightly open on the top, and it floated so that all the meat was in the water. And then I put the salmon in one of those salad spinners type bowl, I guess. I've got some ground black pepper and some sea salt. I like the coarse sea salt because it's like the kosher salt that you would use on meat to have the blood come out. In this case, I'm just using it to season the salmon, and I kept the grain of the salt pretty coarse, so it wouldn't all absorb. But I put quite a bit of salt on there, and you could taste it. I think next time I might not use as much, but I mean, it wasn't overly salty, but definitely could taste it. And then I used the ground black pepper. It's always best to grind the pepper because you never know what you're getting if you just use pepper that's already been ground. You don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf. Okay, now the cast iron skillet is pretty hot. Like I said, I wait till it gets smoking. I put it skin side down, and you can see that kind of contract pretty fast. And I cooked about 5 minutes per side. 5 minutes on this. Actually, the initial cooking was 5 minutes. And then I flipped it and cooked for about another 4.5 minutes. So it'll vary. It depends on the thickness of the salmon. This is the second time I've done this. I'm not an expert. See, there you can see it's like almost a time lapse how it was cooking. That was part of the editing. And shortly here I'll be flipping them over. Yeah, it's cooking pretty well. The first time I did it, the skin stuck to the grill, and I thought it was kind of messed up, but it came out pretty crispy. It was actually pretty tasty later eating it, so I didn't waste it. But in this case, with this salmon, I seasoned the skillet with coconut oil. It has a high smoke point. I would recommend you use that, or I think you can use avocado oil. Definitely don't use olive oil. And then, yeah, and here I'm using some tongs that work pretty well, but the skin there kind of folded up on me. That's okay. It's just for me. I'm not serving it in a restaurant. And then, like I said, this side here cooked for about 4.5 minutes, and it should come out pretty well. I mean, not overcooked, hopefully. Some of you like it, your fish kind of raw, not me. I believe you're supposed to cook it to, 165? The food safety guidelines. I know that's at least for beef. So, yeah, just follow the safety guidelines whenever you cook the meat, and use a thermometer to check your temperature, which I didn't do. I just checked to make sure that the meat was flaking and that it was cooked. So here I just put it on a plate and let it cool, and then I put it in the refrigerator and it's good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Until next time, bye.